Come on, Dan. You can do better than this.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Bruce Lee's JKD Chisao. This is one of the most requested videos from you. So today we're going to show you exactly how to do the double sticky hand and why do we do it and what's it for. Now, Sifu, obviously we're not fighting this way.
Right.
So what's the purpose of this particular exercise?
It's one of the best energy exercises you can do to understand how your opponent's pressure is up against you. If you're actually grabbed, then you can use it against them. So it's in confined close quarters that you can utilize this against your opponent. It gives you too much pressure on one end, then you utilize the tools on the other. It's just a matter of feeling the pressure that he's giving you, whether it's on the ground or standing or getting clenched or getting pushed. It's a good exercise. I don't see how you would eliminate this from your actual routine, because if you actually seen videos of Bruce Lee, him doing that with James Coburn, if you've seen that in the 70s, and you also see a picture of John Saxon on the set of Enter the Dragon. So you could tell that he was continually doing Chisao, whether it was on the set or he believed in it in some way or another. So it has to be done. I would consider it a good tool, because we can't all be fast. You're gonna get collided with somebody, he's gonna take you down, and what are you gonna do? If somebody gets a hold of you, you can't just disengage and be, you can't be super fast and expect your tools to work at certain ranges. So Chisao is a great close range tactile energy exercise.
I almost feel like when I first learned it in Wing Chun versus like say even other stretching arts such as boxing or even JKD, that I think without sticky hand, without Chisao, you don't get kind of a very essential part of JKD.
Yes.
Because you learn how to flow, you learn how to continue the movement versus it's 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
And you learn to deal with different structure and different energy. I just don't know how you can develop that without this key exercise.
Yes.
So Sifu, for someone learning this brand new, what's the basic stance or like hand position?
So it depends on where you're going to position this elbow that allows you to maintain good leverage, because if you pull this in too tight, then you lose the right muscles off of your arm. So you want it to be where it's aligned with your clavicle here and your shoulder element. If we're speaking of Tansao, now if the audience isn't familiar with what I'm doing in here, outside of the artists that do, okay, I'm not going to go into detail of what you can or you can't do or whatever. I mean, just as many there is Filipino arts out there and many islands that do different types of stick exercises, you're going to find the same thing in Chisao. Exactly. So there's base principles behind Chisao. So if I were to start somebody from the beginning, is that I would have them hold their two hands out this way, okay? The palms are up, okay? And they're not too low, they're not too high. They're just about this much going forward, okay? You imagine that you're applying forward energy, okay? So in the case this way, that if you're facing me, I was facing you, we both are working together. Our knees are bent, we're solidifying our foundation, our heels are driving into the ground, and our hips are above that foundation. We're not sticking our butt out, we're just keeping it about here. Now, my elbows are in just slightly, going towards your center, not in the center of your chest, but behind your chest. So it's about right here. And I'm giving you a little bit of pressure there, right? You're doing the same thing to me. You're giving me pressure as well. So we're both canceling each other out. And I would hold this static position for a while. So we just hold it, maybe 10 seconds, right? So you get the feeling and the pressure.
You may not see this because this you gotta feel. It might look like we just kind of put our two hands here, but there's actually forward pressure going forward. And that's why you have to do this with an instructor, with a partner, right? It's a sensitivity thing.
Correct. Now, in a line of attack, if I'm obstructing his path and I was gonna give him something to work with, okay, I'm gonna say, Dan, I'm gonna disengage this arm, and what I want you to do is feel that it's empty, but because you got forward energy, it should automatically go forward. That's it. So that's a disengagement. I'm just not holding static pressure there. He can still hit me from here. Yep. My defense isn't any good. But if you look at it from both angles, he's offensive and so am I. So if Dan disengaged in one arm, I end up hitting. So that's the whole idea. We're just in static position. Boom, right. Every time there is emptiness, you know, boom. And we're just taking it at a time. Now I'm gonna do it on him. He needs to feel it. Boom, he needs to feel it. And then he can do it to me. So then we're just working together and trying to find that emptiness and going forward, okay? And the whole idea behind the art is to press forward. Anytime there's emptiness, is to press forward.
Make sure you don't do too much of this. It's still kind of the wrist area because you don't feel as much when you're like that. It's a bit too close to, right? So
Yeah.
So it's like this is, right? You can see.
This is about the range you want to be when you're training.
So this is point. The energy is forward. And you gotta feel it. That's why I have to feel it. It looks like we're doing this, but there's this going on. The intention is going forward, right?
All right, good. So this is the beginning basis. Now on Chi Sao, on the other hand, to start doing a rotation takes time. You're not gonna get it. So normally what we would do is just one hand, okay? Now Dan's really good at Bong Sao, he already understands this, and he's gonna go and raise that elbow as I apply forward energy. The intent here is to attack him. Here, this is ready to engage his eye. Yeah, finger jab. If this wasn't here, it's going right to his eyes, okay? Some people do this, okay? They pull the wrist back for a controlled, yes, this way. I happen to like this method, okay? Is to make sure that once he disengages that this is gonna fire, whether it's a palm or whether it's a strike, yeah, or this way, okay? It's the same idea as here is that I'm just hitting every single time. So with one hand, he's gonna go Tan Sao on the return and I stay attached, okay? Boom, boom. Now it's maintaining forward energy still here. I'm not gonna go disengage like this, he's just gonna follow it, okay? So again, I go forward, back, relax, forward, back, relax, forward, back, relax. It doesn't look much, like Dan says, it's hard to tell on camera.
Also this hand, you can see the difference, right? Right there. So forward energy, see if it's forward energy, right? So do that.
Very subtle motions.
So if I'm too low,
yeah,
then basically that goes in. If I'm too high, then that goes in. It's no good either. So exactly like that. So you should be able to do this for a long time, like just like that. I'm not too tense. If I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not lifting weight. I'm not trying to lift weight. That's no good, right? See, we could totally feel that, and he would use that against me, right? Right, boom, right there, right? Then I lose all. So you're trying to be neutral.
So one good way of attaining the exercise, or at least building the shoulder strength, and this is very well done in the Junpang Kung Fu circles, right? So we go forward, and he applies forward pressure here. Okay?
So, learn to train your shoulder.
Yes.
Again, you can see the angle from my hand here. And basically, I'm doing a double bounce out, right?
Yes.
Double bounce out and then hands up forward. Right?
Yes.
You don't want to be too much like this.
Right.
That's too no good. This is no good. Here's the angle of it. Right? You can see.
Yes.
And see, maybe you can also demonstrate from
Sure.
this side, yeah. You can see the angle, slow, and boom.
So again, I press forward.
This is forward.
Here.
Forward. Forward. Yeah.
So, and then Dan should be giving me a little bit of pressure too at the same time.
Yeah. So, yeah. So see if it's working. It's working the shoulders too. So you can see that. Yeah. You can see the elbow. So continue. I can feel the energy is always moving forward. So it's not. There's no up and down. I mean, it's forward, forward. And it's not even a retraction kind of energy, because I would feel that. So this is like, I feel this is very threatening to me all the time, right? Yeah, so, right? So see if after they do this, and after they get used to that, and then how would they start rolling?
So if, to start it off, and again, you don't want to continue moving, otherwise you might create bad habits. So I would do one rotation first, okay? Hold it. Find your position, understand where you're at, make sure you're correct, okay? And then make sure these are at least close together. You want to think about this as a three-dimensional sphere, okay? Hold on to this position, find out where you're at, make sure this isn't too low, make sure this isn't colliding together.
Then you can
Yeah.
Right? If
Okay.
I put it too close together, so we'll just do that, right?
That's right. So if I'm here, I just want to maintain this structure. Anytime he gives me a gap, again, that's my cue to attack. And if you can't see it on that side, actually, let's rotate
Maybe
this.
also do it in front of the camera.
Okay, so if you're here, okay, each time, yeah, and this elbow's in, right? If I'm here,
See the finger pointing towards you.
right. So in that case, can you make it like, let's say, sorry.
Like that? Is it?
Yeah, about right here. You can fire right there. You see that? Boom, there you go.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah.
Drop it low, and that's when you hit. That's it. Somebody too low, he just fires.
So it's a feeling. It's not Sifu is telling me, oh, here's an opening, hit me. It's I can feel there's an opening. Oh, it's the opponent is dropping his hand. There's an opening.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's a big piece behind all this. This isn't about just learning, okay, Tansa, am I going to use this really in a fight? Am I going to really use this in a fight? You got to look at these as tools, as an ability to utilize this position in case something happens. And just for the sake of you understanding, if he were to hunch down, this is going to end up attacking, okay? If he was to drop down in one way or another, I can drop this right into the neck, okay?
Or even I try to attack.
Yeah, even if you try to attack, I'm going to hit that neck, okay? Now, I can still utilize my legs to actually sustain or at least maintain the structure behind what I need to do and still blast.
Yes.
Okay, so again, this is very important. If you start to know how this moves, then you can start working into what's called the 5 ways of attack, okay, in Chisao. Now, important to realize that you understand that stuff here as well as from a distance, okay, and that's how you utilize Chisao.
Yeah. So I think that's
Totality.
a good introduction to double hand, sticky hand Chisao. In the next video, we're going to show you some of the techniques, how do you actually hit the guy, how do you block, and what some of the drills involved. But for now, I think just practice the single hand Chisao and then the kind of the drill.
Yes.
Get used to that. Find a partner. You need some little bit of time. See, would you say like a couple months just to get used to it?
It might take you up to 3 months just to get you coordinated with this. It just depends on how much time you're going to put into it. Don't be lazy.
Yeah, don't be lazy. So practice that first. Comment below if you have any questions. Again, this is a drill that I think is so important to JKD. The sensitivity, the tactile, the reflexes.
Yeah.
That's what you can think, you can hit without thinking. Right? When you sense something as opening and see how people move, you just hit. There's no, oh, I see an opening, let me think about this, none of that. You just hit. And like Sifu always said, through hitting, you find the truth.
Yes.
Right?
And the best thing to do is find the best coach to help you understand this. I mean, you're going to try it with your partner, you're not going to get the full feeling out of the entire thing.
And you need a good instructor to kind of correct your posture, your mistakes, right? Okay, until next time, be water, my friend.